Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call the budget, the public notice to order, and ask the deputy clerk to call the roll, please.
Okay, Trustees Nieradowski.
Present.
Saturn.
Present.
Keenly.
Present.
Oh, and Graffia.
Trustee and Graffia.
Here.
Okay, he's here. He's
Okay.
acknowledged. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Supervisor Sweeney.
Present.
And also joining us are Senator Caroselli and Highway Commissioner Nieradowski.
Okay, this is the hearing regarding the Elk Grove Township Town Fund General Assistance Sewer and Road District Tentative for the Road District Tentative Budget and Appropriation Ordinances. Is there any public comment? If you're participating online, if you can just raise your hand so that we can call on you. Anything? No raised hands? Okay, there's no public at the meeting, so we will move beyond that to any board comments during the public hearing. Okay, hearing none, I will ask for a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
So moved.
Moved by Trustee Saturn, seconded by Trustee Nieradowski. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned. We will convene in the next 4 minutes for the regular monthly meeting. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the regular board meeting to order and ask everyone to please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. I would like to ask the deputy clerk to call the roll, please.
Trustee Saturn.
Present.
Nieradowski.
Present.
Graffia.
Present.
Keenly.
Present.
Supervisor Sweeney.
Present.
And also Assessor Caroselli and Highway Commissioner Nieradowski.
Okay, we have a quorum present. We will move on to item D, the consent agenda. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm skipping over that. Public comment. Is there any public comment, Kevin? If anybody participating online would raise their hand so that we know to call on you, please. Okay, last call for any public comment. Okay. There's no members of the public here. We will move on to item D, the consent agenda. Are there any items any members of the board would like to remove from the consent agenda to discuss?
No.
Okay, are there any questions about the items on the consent agenda? Okay. Hearing none, can I have a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Moved by Trustee Graffia,
Seconded.
seconded by Trustee Nieradowski. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Saturn.
Aye.
Trustee Nieradowski.
Aye.
Trustee Graffia.
Aye.
Trustee Keenly.
Aye.
Supervisor Sweeney.
Aye. Motion carries. Moving on to item E, discussion and potential action on approval of minutes. You have a set of minutes from the January 18th, 2021 regular board meeting. You also have minutes from the February 15th Committee of the Whole meeting. Any questions, revisions to these, either sets of minutes? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve both sets of minutes?
So move.
Moved by Trustee Nieradowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Is that you, Trustee Saturn?
Yes.
Okay, seconded by Trustee Saturn. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. We don't have any presentations this evening. Under item G, reports, for elected official reports. First up, assessor's report. Connie?
I have a few things that I want you to be aware of. 2 weeks ago, the Cook County Township assessors had a Zoom meeting because we were concerned about applications and renewals on the various exemptions. At that meeting, we were told, which was of course held on a Friday, that applications for the various exemptions, particularly if they were prime exemptions never applied for before, would be available for download the following week. That didn't happen. And we were notified on Monday that all applications had to be made online and using DocuSign. This was absolutely the first time we'd heard about it, even though we had representatives from the Cook County Assessor's Office at the meeting on Friday. Needless to say, staff and I were more than a little concerned. Never had we been asked to utilize DocuSign. Now, I've been in real estate for 40 years. DocuSign is used there. But I also know that various people are concerned about it, particularly if they have experienced identity theft. I felt that that raised the liability, possibly, of the township, that if there was, in fact, a problem, that our liability exposure would have been increased. For that reason, I contacted Attorney Tremblay and let him know of my concerns. I then had a conference call with Attorney Tremblay and one of his associates, an attorney who does a great deal of real estate, particularly in appeals with commercial and industrial. We had about a 45-minute conversation. I then, and of course, during this time, I was also in contact with various other assessors who expressed the same type of concern that I was with this bushwhacking, as it were, with a brand new program. So, with collaboration with my fellow township assessors, 2 township assessors forwarded me documents on a DocuSign waiver that their attorneys had approved for their usage. I let Attorney Tremblay know and forwarded them to him. I included in the packet the one from Northfield Township, which was the one that Attorney Tremblay suggested that we used. He felt that we had a broader umbrella of coverage with that. We took that particular one, which you have a copy of, and obviously tailored it to the Elk Grove Township name. We also added a few additional lines for additional information. But you have to know how concerned that I was that, first of all, this program was foisted on us virtually with no notice whatsoever, when we should have had time to have been trained in the program. Once everybody's ire was up, the county said, perhaps we should train you. So Assessor Ali El-Safar, our president from Oak Park Township, and his vice president scheduled training for all of the township employees who work in the assessor's office. Okay, that's fine. Now we're up and running as far as that goes. We've got a waiver that our people, our taxpayers sign, you know, obviously limiting our liability. As an aside, we were also told by the county this was the only year they're going to use this program. So why they're even using it now, to me, is almost unfathomable. unfathomable. We ran into one additional problem. We had at least 3 people come in the last week and a half that had experienced, unfortunately, identity theft, and they were not comfortable with the DocuSign program. So I am in contact with the county. I emailed them my concerns. I was told that if I submitted their names, they would mail them a paper application that could be filled out and sent back through the U.S. Post Office. My last correspondence with them was, couldn't we do this more efficiently and expeditiously? Why don't you let us download the paper form, we'll deal with the client, and we will submit it online. I have not heard a word since 4 o'clock last Friday. This is concerning on so many levels, and it's caused a great deal of anxiety, particularly with the postcards that have gone out. Many of our taxpayers have received postcards that their exemptions were automatically rolled over. And okay, that's fine. However, there are a great many that were sent postcards that their exemptions were being dropped. No reason given. According to the county, this was their way of trying to determine, if, as a sampling, if all of these exemptions were in fact legitimate. It's almost like saying, all right, you're 85, prove you're alive. So we've had a lot of people come in who now have to file again for the exemptions that should have been rolled over in the first place. So if you're hearing irritation and anger in my voice, there is substantial reason that I am angry. I've done this for 31 years, and never have I seen processes ignored. And I truly feel that my taxpayers are under assault. We're doing everything we possibly can to rectify the situation, but unfortunately, I am still waiting for response from Cook County. That's my report.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Connie?
I don't have a question, but Connie, just tell Annette, I saw in your report that she was mentioned on a website for her good service, so tell her thank you
That was
for
on
it.
a neighborhood website. This is this is occurring more and more, and particularly under the circumstances that we're dealing with not only the COVID-19 protocols. I will let you know that to try and make the process as efficient and comfortable for our taxpayers, we are now taking appointments. 2 people are taking appointments. 1 person is dealing with walk-ins. So that if we take appointments, then we've got a phone conversation, we know why they're coming in, and we can tell them exactly what documentation they need to bring with them so they don't have to make a second trip. So we're trying to accommodate the situation as best we can. So far, it's working out fairly well. But I do thank you, Sue Ellen, for making that comment.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Okay, thank you. You have the written clerk's report detailing FOIA requests, any filings, and other miscellaneous business handled by the clerk's office. George couldn't be here tonight. I would encourage you to contact Clerk Bussey if you had any questions about his report. Moving on to the Highway Commissioner's report. Art?
I submitted my written report. At this time, I have nothing else to add unless there's any questions.
Okay.
I just had a question with all the snow. How has it been going? Are you keeping up? Are you doing all the plowing? What's up?
Yeah, I've been going out. We haven't really have any trouble. We're getting our salt through Elk Grove. They're pretty good. They're really we just go over there and they load us up immediately. We have no trouble. It's just going along. Hopefully, I don't know, snow plowing's almost over, I think, for the year.
We're supposed to have 7 days without snow, so thanks for all you've done. I know.
Any other questions for Art? Okay, thank you, Art. Supervisor's report, I have nothing additional at this time. Okay, moving on, I'm sorry, can I have a motion to accept the elected officials' reports as presented?
So moved.
Moved by trustee Nuredowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Ingraffia. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Correspondence, there is none. Under old business, what I thought we would do is just go through the numbers one more time. That way, if anybody had any suggested updates, obviously the budget has laid on the table for 30 days. This is the final budget meeting. We have an opportunity to pass the budget tonight. If it gets the requisite 4 votes to pass on first reading. If it does, it'll pass tonight. If it doesn't, it'll move on to next month's meeting. But the budget has laid on the table, and it's been available for public review for the last 30 days. So I will go through the numbers based on our previous discussions, hit the highlights, and then if there's any discussion, just please stop me in any particular section if you'd like to discuss any of these items. Okay, so we'll start with Ordinance 2021-01, the Town Fund. We have estimated receipts of $2,451,471. All the estimated receipt categories, line items are outlined there. Under administration, we estimate estimated expenses of $47,500. Under contractual services, we're budgeting $407,000. Commodities and miscellaneous, $37,500. Capital outlay, $406,000, which a bulk of that is for the Youth Service Challenge course and the Bike Safety course on the north end of our property here. Payroll expenses and administration, $742,560. The assessor's division, total expenses, $232,000. Social services, this is for all of the social service agencies that we provide grants to, as discussed in the previous budget meeting, and also our discussions that we continued into the committee of the whole meeting. These are the numbers that were entered based on the grants that were requested. The total under social services is $607,750. Bike safety totaling $54,000. Senior services, this is the senior and disabled bus, the transportation, totaling $219,000. Youth and family services, $282,000. Okay. Okay. For total expenditures and appropriations under the town fund budget ordinance of $335,310. Okay. Any questions? Okay. All right. All right, we'll move on to general assistance. Okay. Estimated receipts for general assistance is $455,714. Estimated expenditures under contractual services is $19,500. Administrative expenses, $19,200. Employee benefits is $271,100. Okay, home relief, which encompasses the general assistance, emergency assistance, food, and the travel and clothing line items totaling $267,000. And other program expenses totaling $11,100. So a total estimated expenditures of $587,900. And estimated ending balance of $1,251,632.46. Okay. All right. Sewer fund. Any questions? I'm sorry, any questions for the general assistance budget? Okay. All right. Okay, and then the sewer fund budget. Again, this is not a property tax levy. This is, this fund is, receives its revenues from service fees, those that are connected to the system. Okay, so we have estimated receipts of $101,250 and contractual services totaling $58,200. Administrative expenses of $3,300. Total expenses estimated at $246,500 for an estimated ending balance of $586,502.43. Okay. Any questions about the sewer fund budget? Okay. All right. This is the road district road district ordinance number 2021-02 RD. Estimated receipts for the road district is $356,000. Okay. Administration, $92,000. Employee benefits, $19,350. Road division, which encompasses road maintenance, tree service, engineering services, and all the miscellaneous expenses associated with that, totals $89,000. And then the equipment division for vehicle maintenance and equipment maintenance is $16,250 for a total road and bridge fund expenditures of $216,600. Any questions about budget and appropriation ordinance 2021-02 RD? Okay. All right. Okay, last call for any comments on or updates, revisions to those proposed budget ordinances. Okay. All right, moving on to new business. First, item 1 under new business is the annual town meeting agenda. The annual town meeting is scheduled by the state for April 13th, 2021. We're obligated to pass an agenda that we will publish. This we will have on the notice and the agenda. We list the current COVID restrictions and the limitations as far as public participation currently here, but we will, as we have been doing, we will have the meeting recorded and individuals will be able to participate in real time through our with the help of our AV contractor. So we will have the AV, the annual town meeting essentially televised through the Zoom service webinar. So you have a copy of the annual town meeting. The items are, I will list them: call to order. You will read the annual town meeting notice, election and swearing in of the town moderator, reading and approval of the minutes of the December 2020 annual town meeting. The supervisor's report, the acceptance of the supervisor and highway commissioner's annual reports that are available at the meeting, and which include the town fund, road and bridge, general assistance, and sewer fund. And then the last two are the resolution to set the date, time, and place for the 2022 annual town meeting and adjournment. Any questions or updates to the annual town meeting agenda? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve the 2021 annual town meeting agenda?
So moved.
Moved by trustee Nuredowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Keenly. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay. Last two items of business under new business are the budget appropriation ordinances that we just reviewed. Item 2 under new business is the budget and appropriation ordinance 2021-01, the town fund, general assistance, and sewer budget and appropriation ordinance. Any final revisions, suggestions, questions for that ordinance?
No.
Okay. Can I have a motion to approve ordinance, budget and appropriation ordinance 2021-01?
So moved.
Moved by trustee Nuredowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Saturn. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Saturn,
Aye.
trustee Nerdowski,
Aye.
trustee Graffia,
Aye.
trustee Keenly,
Aye.
supervisor Sweeney.
Aye. Okay, the budget and appropriation ordinance 2021-01 for the town fund, general assistance, and sewer budget with 5 affirmative votes passes on first reading and will take effect April 1, 2021. Moving on to item 3 under new business is the budget and appropriation ordinance 2021-02 RD for the road district. Any final revisions, comments, questions about that budget ordinance?
No.
All right, can I have a motion to approve budget and appropriation ordinance 2021-02 RD?
So moved.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Nuredowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Graffia. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Saturn,
Aye.
trustee Nerdowski,
Aye.
trustee Graffia,
Aye.
trustee Keenly,
Aye.
supervisor Sweeney.
Aye. Okay, with 5 affirmative votes, the budget and appropriation ordinance 2021-02 RD passes on first reading and will take effect 4/1 of 2021. There are no executive session matters that we've covered under this agenda, so there's no need to move into executive session. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by trustee
Second.
Saturn, seconded by trustee Nuredowski. Any final comments? Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.